This is what we come up with for the first of our penetration tests for the 8 different styles of pellets we're doing in the air rifle to try to determine which one of these pellets that we want to use for hunting. And what I've got here is I've got a box that I made that has an open front, and you can see it's got 8 targets on it. Each one of them's got a particular pellet's name written on it. I'm going to shoot one shot from each pellet at its individual target. What I got here is 25 layers of corrugated cardboard, and after we shoot them, we'll be able to pull out one sheet at a time and just slide it out until we get down to, for each particular pellet, how many sheets of cardboard we penetrated. That's going to be our first penetration test. Let's go ahead and get this one done and get the old Gammo out and get her warmed up. Throw some pellets down range and see what kind of results we get. Let's get to it. Alright guys, we're here at the range. We've got our target set up 10 yards down range. I think that's okay at that distance. I just want to see what kind of penetration we get, so I wouldn't worry about that distance. You can do the math. I mean, you're going to lose energy going farther and farther, so this is going to give us a general idea of which one's the strongest, and that's what I wanted to see, which one has the best penetration. We've got all 8 of our test pellets out here. We've got our trusty Gammo Fusion Whisper, and got a clean bore. I'm not going to snake the bore between shots because I don't really think we're going to need that, but we are starting on a bore that I just cleaned. So let's get this thing going and get some pellets flying down range and get some results. Our first pellet will be the H&N Hornet. Our next one will be the H&N Field Target Trophy. Next one up is our Daisy Precision Max. Okay, this is going to get interesting. I didn't change my point of aim, and I noticed now on that shot, the 3 that I've shot, all 3 of them shot about 1.5 inches low, right in line on the target. So when I go to shoot those bottom 3, I'm going to have to, or bottom 4 rather, I'm going to have to be careful or I won't hit the target. Well, here goes our next one, which is the Premier, Crosman Premier Pointed. So now our next one will be the Gammo Tomahawk. The next one is going to be the Crosman Piranha. Next one is the Crosman Power Shot, the little plastic one. Man, they load like a breeze. They just about fall in it. Last one is our Crosman Hollow Point. Get this one done, then we'll get back to the bench and pull our target apart, and I'll show you guys how I think this is going to work, because this is her maiden voyage, and we'll see. Alright, here we go, last one. Alright y'all, that got all our shots, all 8 of them, all 8 on target, and we know where they landed. Let's get the target, let's get to the shop, see what our results are. It's going to be interesting. Alright y'all, we're back in the shop. We got our target here, we're going to disassemble it. I'm going to show you how this thing, I think, worked. I hope. Like I said, this is the maiden voyage of this cardboard penetration target, but it's pretty neat. I like it the way it worked out. So the way I set this thing up is nothing in here is connected to each other. Nothing's glued together. It's just sitting in here off tension with the spacers that I put in the back. So I'll take a spacer out on each side, maybe 2, so it'll loosen it up a bit more. Take 2 of those out. Two of these out, lay them to the side. Didn't have no penetration through either one of those, so we know 4 of them didn't make it all the way through, or at least not all the way through to the back. That's the Hornet and the Tomahawk. Didn't go all the way through to the back. But I am. No, it's not a knee. Okay, and then the pointed Crossman and the Crossman hollow point, neither one of those two made it all the way through. Alright, now we can start pulling them out one at a time from up front. And the first one, I've got marked which shot was which, so we can use it for comparison and see who we'll be able to dial this down, hopefully right down to the very distance each pellet stopped. Alright, looks like all of them made it through the first two. Okay. Looks like all of them made it through the first three, but I've already, whoop. See that? That is that Crossman power shot. It only went through this one, went through this one. It went 2.5 sheets is all it went. It stopped in the third sheet. That's interesting. That's the fastest pellet. On the packaging it says that it should shoot up to 1,300 feet a second. But I was worried about its penetration because of its lack of weight. So that's interesting. So we know that's where, and I've got each one of these numbered. Number 3, I'll set that one to the side, because that's where I'll circle that power point, so we know where it's at, so we can come back. Because I'm going to score all this stuff, and later I'll show you after the clay test how I'm going to do that. But let's keep going with this. All right, now let's pull number 4. Looks like everybody made it through number 4. Now let's pull number 5. This is interesting, guys. To me, this is pretty exciting. And you know something I think that I've just noticed? Yes. Wow. I just noticed something. The Crossman PowerPoint is still in this match. I'm going to pull this pellet. I'm going to push it back through. Well, no, it'll be easier for me to pull it and show you this pellet. I'm going to push it out. I just noticed something. Okay, this is the little plastic piece of the pellet, but the lead point's gone, or I don't know if it's lead or brass or whatever that is on there, but it's gone, and it's still traveling through cardboard, because the one that I just pulled, that's it right there. And right there, it's still going. So that's interesting. So everybody's still in the game then. Provided, I mean, that little pellet, that's the little tip of that one is the only thing that's still going, but we're going to find it. It'll be in here, I believe. Alright, let's pull number 6. Everybody's still going. Everybody's still traveling through on number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody's still traveling through on number 8. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, that one it just tore out, but it's still going through. The little one still going through. All still going through on number 9. I'm really shocked. But that little pellet head is still traveling. All of them made through number 10. Number 11, everybody made it through. Uh-oh. We just caught our first pellet. And the first pellet that we caught is the Crossman Piranha. Right there. And that is on number 12. Now let's pull number 13. Caught another one. Right there. Let's see who this one is. Come over here and look. That is the Daisy Precision Max. let's keep going. This is pretty neat, guys. This is interesting. Just caught another one. Just caught the Crossman hollow point. It went almost all the way through on number 14. Alright, let's keep going. So we should still have 5. There's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I cannot believe that little Crossman power point is still traveling. Alright, let's keep going. Okay guys, something I just noticed when I got up to number 15, I thought something's not right here. And because I had a pellet that was missing. And what had happened is the tomahawk had fragmented nearly down to nothing. You barely can see any of the pellet right there at the end of my thumb. So we lost it. It dented the paper enough to tear the paper but not penetrate on number 13. So we have to call it at 12. But it was, that amazes me that it fragmented up that bad. But that's it right there. Okay, we actually end up losing 2 on the same depth. At 12 pieces, we lost that Crossman piranha and the tomahawk. Now, it's interesting to me that happened for a reason. Those are the 2 that I thought was going to really have a huge impact on a wound that it would make. So I'm going to be interested to see how those do in the clay test, because what they did was they expanded and dissipated their energy really quickly instead of passing through a bunch of stuff. Alright, let's move on. Alright, at 15, 1, 2, 3, 4. We still got 4 traveling through. Let's go to 16. And that's a lot of cardboard to go through. Alright, I don't see anything. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All those pass through. 1, 2, 3, 4 going in. 1, 2, 3, 4 coming out. Number 18. 1, 2, 3, 4 going in. 1, 2, 3, 4 coming out. 19. Uh-oh. I see a pellet. 1, 2, 3, 4 going in on 19. 1, 2, 3, 4 going out. But on number 20, we got to capture. 1, 2, 3, 4 going in. Only 3 coming out. Let's see who we lost. Set our paper back up here. That is our H&N Field Target and Trophy grade at number 20. That's a lot of penetration through cardboard. Wow. And we're still going with 3 more. Uh-oh. I believe we caught another one. I've got 2 pieces of cardboard stuck together. Yep, I see a pellet, but he made it all the way through. Got 1, 2, 3 going in. 1, 2, 3 coming out on 21. On 22, we got 1, 2, 3 going in. But one of them didn't come out. That is the Crossman pointed. And that was at number 22. Number 23 got 2 going in. 2 coming out. Number 24. But the 2 that I said would probably make it to the end at number 24, both of them went in. That's the H&N Hornet and the Crossman PowerPoint. This is like Cinderella at the final 4. I expected that Hornet to do what it's doing. I did not expect that power shot to do what it's doing. I did not. But we got 2 going in. Let's see. Wow, 2 coming out. Last piece. And we'll have to start counting. I got to keep these in order right here. We'll have to start counting our pieces of our backstops to see if we can catch a pellet in. Number 25, 2 going in. Both of them went all the way through 25 pieces of cardboard. Now, let's get the left side and see if we can figure out. Oh, he stopped, the Hornet stopped in number 27 piece of cardboard, which would have been the second backstop of cardboard. Okay, that was 27. That pellet exceeded or it met my expectations. I ain't going to say it exceeded my expectations. That's exactly what I thought it would do. But here's what shocks me. I'm going to show you this pellet. I wish I had some way of like just holding it right by something small so you could see it real good. This pellet is still in 100% fireable condition. Even the skirt is good. That point is still perfect. It's still sharp. Wow. The Hornet is awesome. Okay, well, when I put my backstops in, I just took my cutoffs from my cardboard and I made backstops on both sides to tension them up. I wasn't expecting any of these pellets to go through 25 pieces of cardboard. That's hard to go through. I mean, that's hard to go through. So in the center part, I didn't have anything past 25. The little Crossman PowerPoint went all the way through. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but I'm going to bring the camera over here and let you try to. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let me zoom in on it. Right there. At the end of my finger. That's the hole that it left, right there. It didn't come out the back side of the plywood. I'm fairly sure of that. Let me check. No, it's in the plywood. But it went, I can't see the point in there. So, I'm going to lean toward the Hornet on this, but barely. I'm going to put a tie for first place, just because I don't know how much further penetration it would have got out of the Power Shot, but out of the Hornet it retained all of its weight. So instead of having that teeny tiny little pellet, that teeny tiny little point traveling through, you still had the full weight and the cup behind that brass point still traveling through your target. So you're going to get a lot better wound damage than if you was just shooting with that, if the only thing was getting through was just that little tiny point that comes off of the Crossman PowerPoint. I had a few people tell me you're not going to get any penetration, and even I thought I wouldn't. I ain't going to lie. I was convinced penetration with this PowerPoint would not be, or was Power Shot, I'm sorry, would not be good at all because of its weight. It didn't have any weight. I never thought nothing about the wadding on the back of it stopping and the lead pellet keep going. Well, now that I'm looking at this, the lead pellet that comes out of the end of that Power Shot is not a whole lot smaller than the diameter. Let me get something to measure this. Now things are getting in. This is why I wanted to do this test, because now things are getting interesting. Because now there's data and something that's 100% repeatable that we can compare to. So now let's measure when it stopped, how thick the point of this Hornet was. It is roughly, oh come on, hard to hang on to this little bitty stuff. It is 1.745 thousandths. Alright, let's see what the point is. Just the point, not the whole pellet, on one of these Power Shots. Okay, it's 1.25 thousandths. Okay, so you're only 50 thousandths difference I changed my mind. I'm going to give the power shot the #1 position. I'm going to put the Hornet in #2. Just because the power shot has severely impressed me to this point in this test. I was told I would get flyers. I didn't. I did not get flyers. I was told I wouldn't get penetration, and I thought I wouldn't get penetration. But I did. So guys, that's the way I'm going to wind this part of the impact test up. This power shot got 25 plus pieces of cardboard that it passed right through, and on the 25th piece it looked like it was still traveling real good. Wasn't no difference in the way it was cutting its holes, and when it hit that piece of plywood it went farther in than what's the pin part, the writing part of my pen that sticks out. So it went in at least another 120 thousandths. So I know it would have passed through at least 2 or 3 more pieces of cardboard, maybe 4 or 5, who knows. So I'm going to give the PowerPoint a 10. I'm going to give the Hornet a 9.5. The reason I'm going to do that is because the power shot, I have faith it would have went farther than the Hornet, because the Hornet stopped at 27 pieces. But the Hornet held all of its weight and all of its diameter, so its wound channel has still been being made pretty darn good. So they're really close. Alright, now the Craftsman PowerPoint, we're going to give it #8. The H&N Field and Target will get a 7. The Craftsman Hollow Point will get #6. The Daisy Precision Max is #5. Gamo Tomahawk and the Craftsman Piranha both stopped on #12. So I'm going to give both of them a 4. But how I got this figured is, I'm going to start at #10 and count down and give each pellet that performs the best up to that point, give it a 10, then the next one a 9, then the next one an 8, till we get down to 3 is all we'll have, because we only have 8 pellets. But then I'm going to combine all the scores, and as a group of performances, who did the best. So right now we just finished our penetration test through the cardboard. I think this worked awesome. This was fun to do, and it really, you really got a shocking result with that Craftsman PowerPoint. I'm very impressed with that little pellet. I'm trying to keep this video from being any longer than it has to, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting pretty excited about this, because data like this is interesting. But guys, I'm so tickled with this performance and how this worked out. I hope this was something that you got some information from that was useful, and I've got some people already telling me some new names of pellets that I didn't know, that some people are saying are more accurate. Some people are saying the #1 hunting pellet. It's going to cost me some money, so I need to get to 500 subscribers, if at all possible, so I can possibly try to get some help from viewers to help me cover the cost of some of these pellets, because some of them's expensive, and when people start saying the best in the world or the very most accurate, that means it's got zeros on it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video, because I sure enjoyed making it for you. Hey y'all, if you don't mind, click subscribe, and if you like the video, and click the like button, and we appreciate every one of y'all, and hope to see you in the next video. It's the Fat Man. I'm gone.